Good afternoon, gentle viewers, and how are you doing today? Today, we're here to discuss a few things like your aunt is doing a whole lot better. Thank you for your prayers, your love, and support. Thank you for your emails, your text messages, and your phone calls. I really appreciate it. Thank you, and I love you. Your aunt's pretty much back to the old Aunt Jen, and everything's beautiful. Second, Lizzie is the pregnancy is going well. I tried to call her yesterday, but she was probably sleeping. Pregnant people do that. So you go Lizzie, you go TJ. Double thumbs up for that. Thirdly, you go Joshy, go Marines. Stay safe. Love you, bud. For everybody else, welcome to another edition of Uncle Bobby's Cybertronian Corner. Take 2, where we'll be doing Cosmos. Take 1 was interrupted by the Exterminator, but hey, household chores are what they are. So, take 2 of Cosmos. Cosmos is pretty cool. Alright. Gonna put Cosmos there. Readjust the camera a little bit so we can see Cosmos better. Cosmos started in 1985. Was made by Takara, but was never produced by Takara. Takara didn't like them. Hasbro loved them. Hasbro bought them. Hasbro put them into the second season. Now, a lot of people say there was no explanation why they showed up in the second season. Talking about Cosmos, Beachcomber, Grapple, Hoist, Trax, Sea Spray, all that. Where they come from? Where they come from? They were part of an underground cell, just like the females were. All right, if anybody watched season 1, the females are part of an underground cell run by Alpha Trion. Alpha Trion was with season 2 characters, or most of the mini-bots, because some of the mini-bots came. Brawn, Bumblebee, Cliffjumper, there was like 1 or 2 other ones. They came with the first season. Most of the mini-bots stayed on Cybertron with Alpha Trion. When the Decepticons were raiding, and I believe it was season 2, all of them were sent, or it was like, no, that was during season 1. During season 1, they were sent off because Alpha Trion's like, hey, look, I ain't gonna make it, so you gotta go. And during a battle with the Decepticons while they were on the run, they got sucked into a space bridge. Season 2, bam! Now they're on Earth. That's how they got to Earth. He actually features in the comic book that emphasizes that. It's IDW. No, that's U.S. Marvel. So the U.S. Marvel comic book actually tells the story of how the second season characters got to Earth, which he's a huge part of on the TV show. Now, that's the only thing in the Marvel comic book he does. IDW, he's got a huge part in the IDW. Both their original run, their Robots in Disguise run, and their third run. There's a couple of crossovers, a G.I. Joe and Mars Attacks, where he features in both of those. One, he's disarming a missile, and in the Mars Attacks one, he actually blended in with all the other flying saucers that look like him, and helped defeat him from within. So that was pretty cool. In the original, I mean, he had a pretty decent part in season 2. He was either getting kidnapped, crashed on a planet, getting infected, getting worshipped until somebody fixed him, and then meep, oh yeah, no, we'll be right there. It was he's a hot mess, to be honest. In the cartoon, in this cartoon, he's a hot mess. In the comic books, it puts a whole lot more better connotation on him, you know. And then and then toys. Let me see, toys. He had his original toy in 1985, then the Universe toy line in 2009, the Generations toy line, that's what he's from, in 2014, and then 2022 he had the Legacy. He was also during the whole Transformer Prime era, he also became a part of the crew of the Starseekers. Apparently he was their herald. It was in one of the comic books that followed both books. And yeah, so after the war, in one continuity or one comic book, he became a member of the Lost Light crew, and in another continuity, he became a pirate. So, you know? So, why don't you come on over? I'll show you his transformation, articulation. And the reason I do that is because he has no articulation in this form. None. No articulation. So, come on over. Alright. Angle the camera. Alright, I'm going to take him off the stand I made. And here he is as a spaceship. I put that on there because he was missing that as far as I was concerned. He has another one on one of his arms. I'm going to put it on the other one. Anywho, he has no articulation, none. You can't even really grab his head. Right? You can move this out and you can move that out, but that's due to transformation. Okay. This doesn't move. These don't move. The guns don't move. Nothing moves. Alright. However, to transform him, you grab one of the sides, pull it out, turn it this way. Boom. You have a leg. And again, you pull and you pull and you turn and you have another leg. In here, okay, you have a groove that you gotta separate. But before you separate the groove, you gotta take this, you gotta pull it up so you can separate those. Then, now, see this little tab right there? Listen. Okay, goes in this groove. Doesn't go in that hole, goes in this groove. Watch. Turn, turn, turn. And then pop this up. And then accordion, and because he's always supposed to be short in stature. Then you grab his head and pop it up. Yeah. Whoop. Come here, Cosmos. Okay, yeah, you see that one? I hope I have one that small. I think I did. Let's see. Oh, his head went back. There we go. Alright, stretch that out. And stretch that out. Now, I did not get his little rocket buddy. Take that and flap that down. In this series, he comes with a little space shuttle. Don't remember the name of the space shuttle. But he comes with a little space shuttle that turns into a blaster that he can hold. All right. Yeah, okay, like that. Now his articulation, his head goes side to side that much and can look forward. Does not want to turn around. Arms on a ball joint, so all night long it can do all sorts of funky stuff. This is on a hinge and a ball joint, so that can do all sorts of funky stuff. All right, no waist swivel, but that's okay. So this can do a full split, go that far back, that far forward, bend at the knee like some crazy bend, and can do this. And the only accessory I gave him was a stand while he's in spaceship mode. And now I've given him one sticker. Let's see. Nope. The ones I have are bigger. So I'd have to paint over that, cut two of them out, put one there and one there. Okay. Let's see if I want to put that much effort into it. Because I might be replacing him with the Legacy one anyway. Anywho, so that in a nutshell is Cosmos from season 2. This particular Cosmos is from the Legacy line. He's good enough for me for right now. I mean, he works. He's a flying saucer. He's not hard to transform at all. You just gotta line up the grooves. Line up the grooves, line up the legs, and you got a circle again. And take said circle and then set it on the stand, and there you go. He's floating around. So my final thoughts. I want to replace him because I want either replace him with the Legacy or get the little pew pew guy. Either way. Or maybe both. Get the pew pew guy and replace him with Legacy. Boom. This way I have the pew pew guy and the little checkered flag and everything's kosher. But other than that, I do like him a lot. I'm glad he's in the collection. I only have, I have Wind Charger coming. Yeah, and I only have to replace 2 of these, which is Prowl and Mirage. Other than that, Season 1, when the rest of the aerial bots come out, because I got 1 coming. I'm going to get 1 next month. And I'm going to get 1 the month after that. I've got 2 Constructicons coming. But for the Autobot first season, as soon as I get all the aerial bots, I will have the complete first season right here, including Jetfire. Here, let's like that. There we go. Including Jetfire. I have the complete 3rd season of Autobots. And I have most of Season 2. I'm still ashamed of what I have for Season 4. I'm sorry about Season 4. But I'm working on it. I'm going to start working on the rest of Season 1 Decepticons. Like getting a full-size gun version of Megatron. Because right now that's the tank version, but it's a broken tank version. He doesn't even have any of the backpack stuff or his gun. But he fits in the throne better, and he's more to scale with everybody else. And his gun is over there. So, with Dr. Arkeville. You know what? I don't think that's better. Let's move Dr. Arkeville. So you see the Decepticon insignia. There we go. So right now I have 3 versions of Megatron. I have 3 versions. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I have 3 versions of Optimus. I have 3 versions of Megatron. I still got to get Galvatron. I still got to get at least 2 more sweeps. I got to get Cyclonus. I got to get the other combiners for the Decepticons, the Coneheads, and the Acid Brothers, and Reflector. I need Reflector. Other than that, the one that's gonna take me the most time, I believe, are the Constructicon or the combiners. The combiners are gonna take me the most time. Once I get the 4 or 5 combiners that are out right now, Combaticons, Constructicons, Aerial Bots, how are you going to give us 3? Here you go. Really? Really? You make us linger with Menasor for over a year. And then... Really? When people were coming out with YouTube Menasor videos, You should have started releasing more. Whatever. That's on you. Hasbro. Other than that, I like having Cosmo in the collection. I like having him on his stand. I like him being in the second season cast. And other than that, I want you to remember 3 things. 1, spaceships are pretty cool. 2, Transformers are awesome. And 3, Uncle Bobby loves you. Alrighty then. Later.